And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be rolling for it. That's right, we're looking at Roll For It from Calliope Games. This is the Deluxe Tin Edition that was announced at Gen Con and is coming out late in 2014. Now, it's basically a dice rolling game, 2 to 8 players, ages 8 and up, plays for like, 20 to 30 to 40 minutes. It's just a light dice rolling game. Let's show you how it's played. I'll show you how it looks a little bit different from the original Roll For It and what you're getting in the tin. Let's take a look. I'll see you on the other side. In the deluxe edition for Roll For It, comes in a tin. And when you open the tin, we have the rules. We have a nice Roll For It bag, which has all the different dice in there. And it has 2 different sections of cards. We have some gold cards that look like this. And we have some silver cards that look like this. Now, if you're playing with 2 to 4 players, you select one of these decks to play from. If you're playing with more than that, up to 8 players, you would combine both decks. Now, each deck has cards that are worth 5 points, 10 points, and 15 points, depending on how hard they are to get them. Now, at the beginning of the game, basically, we're putting out 3 random cards. In this case, there's one of each of those types, 5, 10, and 15, but it's random typically. Now, look at the artwork on these Deluxe Edition cards. These are very nice. If anyone has seen the original Roll For It cards, they were a lot more streamlined, a lot more plain, I guess I'd say. I'll throw one up on the screen here so you can see that is a typical Roll For It card, and you can see the difference between those and the Deluxe Edition cards. So your turn's pretty simple. At the beginning of the game, you have 6 dice. You're going to roll them out, and you never get to re-roll them. So what you're doing is, I have a bunch of these that I can look at. I've got 3, 5. So we look at here. This one needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes. I need all my dice to be 3s. The first person that gets all their dice to be 3s here is going to get the 15 points. This is 4 1s. This is 1, 1, and a 2. I don't have a whole good choice here. So you can spread out as many of these as you want. So I could go, let's see, I want a 1 there and a 3 there. Or maybe 2 3s here, but I probably wouldn't do that because I need all of my dice for this. So maybe I'll just hold this back and I could put a 1 here, maybe a 1 there. Let's go like this, and I would just take these back and that's my turn. And the next player comes along and rolls this. Ooh, look at this. They got a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 1. So let's say they probably just go, I'm going to go 2 and 1. So now me and him are fighting. This person only needs another 1 to win this card, basically the ones that we're fighting for, and then he would take these back up into his hand. Let's say we got a third player. Ooh, we got this. Ooh, a 1, 1, 1. So this person, let's say he decides to go for those 3 1s. And let's say we have 4 players here. And ooh, look at this. 1, 1, 1, 2. So maybe this person's going to fight with this one for the 1s. So now we would just continue to go like that, around and around. It'd be white's turn again. And they would roll this. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, he got it. Look, he's got the 2. He's got the 1. And let's say he doesn't want to place any of these. So he has 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So basically this card would come to them. They would get 5 points. They would take these dice back at the end of their turn essentially. And the blue player would have to take these back. And then a new card would come out. Now this will continue all the way until one person has gotten 40. So in this game, you're constantly trying to see what are other people going for, what are you going for, what's open, what's the best chance. Now if you have your dice and they're kind of spread out over a bunch of cards, let's say I had a 6 here, and I had a 1 here, and I'm like, you know what, this is not a good idea. At the beginning of your turn, you can take back all of your dice. You have to take back all of them, and then re-roll them, and then put them as you want. And again, you're trying to get, whoever gets the 40 points first is the winner. All right, well, there is Roll For It. Hey, at Gen Con, this was announced. I was there at the press release. I even got my own picture taken with Calliope herself. It looks just like the tin. I mean, you look at the tin here, you look at the picture of her on there, then you see the picture of her and I was just so excited about this release. Now, if you've never played Roll For It before, it's a very light rolling game. I mean, it's very light. It's super family friendly. Kids and grandmas. This is one of those games that you can just pull out around the table where everyone's out having dinner. waiting for dinner, and you could just play this because it's really light. You could play it anywhere. In fact, we saw people playing this at Gen Con at one of the restaurants that we were at just while they were waiting for their food. It's that light of a game. There's not too much thinking. You've got a little light decision making to make, whether I'm going to go all for this card or all for that card, or maybe separate them. What are other people going for? But it's very, very light. If those of you have played the game called Las Vegas, which was a Spiel des Jahres nominee dice rolling game where you're fighting for casinos to try to get money, think of like Las Vegas light, or Las Vegas even more family style with this. So it is fun. I like it a lot. I think it's great for, I'm not going to sit around and play this with my gamer friends, but when I have nieces and nephews over with my with older people, this is a good game to share as a family like that. And it's light, it's fun. Some funny things will happen. People will overtake. You get to see who's going for what, and they're having some conflict. And this special edition, I know a lot of people don't like tins because they don't fit on the shelves right. I like tins. I think they're nice. I like how they have like sort of three-dimensional, and in this case it has that nice bag. And as you can see, as you saw in the overview, the cards, the artwork is so much better in this than the original Roll For It. So if you're a fan of Roll For It and you like it, this is a good upgrade to that. If you haven't played Roll For It but you want a good solid component and great artwork, the stepped up stuff, you might want to get this one first. So that's what I like. I think it's good for families. Roll For It.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.